often do you come by this way?
Regularly, because I'm a Vaquero and a Haciendero, and we help with the mission herd.
What is a vaquero?
One who works with the cattle. Vaca is cow. Hero would be one who works with the cows. Vaquero. We're getting a few months, we'll have the matanza. We'll be slaughtering for hides. You come get some meat. Meat is free. We take the hides, and hides just like I traded for this fine coat on the supercargo out at Monterey.
And who did you trade it with?
A British sea captain by the name of Cooper. I had also got some fine furniture, and I got some very nice porcelain plates and so on for the wife, for my spouse, and spices and fabric, velvet, silk, tools, like hammers and saws, and a whole wooden casket of nails.
Good, Jim. Take care.
Many other things for the ranch. Horseshoes. I live in a ranch that's near the mission, and I dedicate some of my time to the Padres, to the church, and the Holy Blessed Mother.
How many other ranchers are there in this area?
I have never counted them. Many.
Okay.
Many. Between here and Monterey, many.
So,
many.
so the ranch. So at this point, the mission is not really isolated. There are ranchers that live nearby,
Oh, yes.
and they're trading, and they're coming through too.
Oh, yes.
Through this area.
Oh, yes. We trade for many things. Behind you, I have some skins of the mink.
Ah.
And the ship captains will also trade for deer hides, and for sea otter, and for mink, and for beaver.
Oh wow.
And these were gathered by one of my vaqueros, and I will take those to trade when I go back on a supercargo again, or when I go to the store in Monterey and see Senor Larkin.
Okay. What is the supercargo?
The supercargo, a company sends hide and tallow ships out, and they collect my hides, usually by longboat. They take them out, and they give me a ledger, which gives me credit for how many hides and how many pounds or gallons of tallow I have given them. And then the supercargo is a converted ship with 3 or 4 decks, levels, all fitted out like a store. It's like a floating store. And I may take my credit slip onto the ship and buy the things I want and exchange my credit slip for the goods I need. I have a very fine set of furniture from China. And my porcelain that I bought for the wife is also made in China. But it has, oddly enough, Edinburgh street scenes from Scotland. A porcelain company in Scotland had contracted with the Chinese to make china with Edinburgh street scenes on them. Very beautiful. It's blue and white.
So things have not changed. That we're still contracting out to China. Okay.
So who were you yesterday?
I was a vaquero. I use the name Don Arturo Diego Goulart.
And what is your real name?
Arthur Goulart.
What do you do in real life?
I'm a probation officer in Napa County.
So why did you decide to come do mission days?
Oh, because I was here once before, I think 3 seasons ago, and we really had a good time. And this is one of the few events where historical reenactors from that very small group of people who like to do Mexican California show up. So I was able to come here and be with a group of my friends who share the same historical interests of California. And it's a beautiful site. It's one of the few missions that hasn't been crowded by urban sprawl. Cities haven't grown up around this place. It's looks very much the way it did 200 years ago.
Thank you.
Can you tell us about your outfit? Because you got a great hat and a great coat on.
Well, this is something that may or may not have been seen in Mexican California. So this is something I might use in a black powder or a mountain man context, trapper's context.
Yeah.
And I'm wearing it purely for its functionality.
Because it's warm.
And not only is this my morning, I sleep in this cap because it keeps your head warm.
Right.
The pillow is icy cold. This wool hat is a nice barrier between you and that cold pillow. And
Of course,
actually, I read later that even in colonial America, most people did, at least in cold weather, sleep with some sort of a knit cap on.
Yeah,
Keep your head warm.
yeah. You always see all those like Victorian paintings and stuff with people with their nightwear with their hat on.
Yeah.
So
So that's why I'm wearing this today. It's just a necessity to stay warm, and it does. It's all wool.
and the coat is what like a Rocky Mountain trapper would wear.
It's made out of a Hudson's Bay wool blanket, and they traded for these going way back into the 1600s. It would have been, at that time, it would have been a Whitney blanket out of England. But then Hudson's Bay came in later. And there's almost no difference between the two blankets, except that they come in different weights of wool. It's got 4 bands here, so this is a 4-weight.
Oh, the bands are the weight, huh?
Yeah,
Oh, very cool.
It's nice and heavy.
Very cool.
And red was a real popular trading color, and in modern times, I think it's a great color. So it's a hunter safety type of color.
Right, yeah.
If you're out there hunting deer or something.
Right. Because the deer don't see the red.
You don't see the red, and other hunters will.
Yeah. Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.